Man, I want to welcome Crash RARRI to my show, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Light 365, iHeartRadio. One of the nicest coming out of Columbus, Ohio, and he's representing for Cincinnati, Ohio tonight with the Reds hat on. But welcome to the show, man. Hottest on the way, available on all
Okay.
platforms.
Yes,
Finished,
sir.
Melanin are my top two favorites off of the project.
No, for sure. Appreciate that.
Of course, man. Welcome to the show. How's your night going? How you feeling about the new release? How's everything, man?
Shit, I'm feeling good about it. I feel real good about it. Before it dropped, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of up and down about it because I didn't really drop like a real life project in a little minute. But once it actually dropped and I started seeing people like feedback and shit, like I really started feeling way, way, way better about it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel as though that this is your year now that you just dropped Hottest on the Way? You've been manifesting this for years. So I've been kind of tapped in a little bit here and there, especially when I went back to do my research on you. You've been trying to really break through, and you're getting noticed. You've been at South by Southwest. You've been doing these performances. Sada Baby's tapped into you. You have all the buzz and everything. Do you feel like that this is your year here to become a household name to the next level?
Um, Me personally, I feel like this is my year just off the strength of like just getting to that next level. I mean, if I become a household name, shit, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like my goal isn't to be like super crazy famous. I feel like my goal is just like to really build like a stronger core fan base of people that like really want to see me win and then kind of just go from there. So I feel like if anything, I just want to just break into more of that and just have like a stronger fan base and just get to that level, if anything.
Yeah. You can see that you've been putting in the work for years now. And what's really kept you going, man? Is it the passion behind it that this is just something that this is the root of music? It's just that it's your love of it because you've been working for a long time, man.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's my love for it. I'm just a real passionate person for real. Like I work really, really hard towards anything that I truly want out of life. I feel like I gotta accomplish it. And I feel like this is one of them things where it's like I gotta see the other side of it. Like I'm in so deep with it. So and I feel like the worst thing I could ever do is give up. And I always kind of just remind myself that I kind of got a little motto where I say, if not me, then who? So it's
Exactly.
like if I ain't gonna do this, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. So it's
No.
like I gotta keep going.
Yeah, and people do say that you're the hottest out of Columbus, Ohio for sure. But I want to take it back to when you were 18 because you were out there managing DJs and setting up all these events and stuff. I heard something about an aquarium party and a
Yeah.
Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. When I was I had did some shit with an organization at this school called UC, Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, and definitely put together a crazy ass party for real. That shit was nuts. But yeah, no, I used to be on my management tip, and I used to manage DJs, artists. I thought that was what I was gonna do for real at first.
And then all of a sudden, so from there, from your whole management experience, so when did you jump into the rap lane and decide to really take over as an artist? Because I feel as though you are your own boss.
Yeah, I feel like just when I was managing the artist and I was managing the DJ, uh, me personally, I feel like my life itself, like I always had a story. I just never really spoke on it. Like coming from Columbus, when I was coming up, being a rapper wasn't really like a thing. Like trying to tell somebody you was an artist back in like middle school and high school the same way it is now, like it was looked down upon. So like niggas wasn't doing no music. So like in my brain, I used to think like shit, man, the only way I'm gonna make it out is if I try to go to school. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Cincinnati, I'm gonna go to school and try to get into the music industry on like the behind the scenes tip. But once I did that and I really started seeing like the behind the scenes and how everything worked, I'm like, damn, I really feel like I can do this for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of just jumped off the porch with it. And
And
yeah,
it's just been moving ever since from there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
but Gucci Mane was the one that really inspired you. So take me back. What was the Gucci Mane album that spoke to you? Because you said he taught you a lot about the streets, about the music
Man,
industry, real life with people switching up on you.
uh, really was Gucci Mane and it was Kanye West. Like it was like a weird blend. But shit, Gucci, shit, man, Bird print, 3D, writing on the wall, like the state version. I mean, it's so much. I ain't gonna lie, it's so many Gucci takes. Gucci had so many mixtapes that like I really can't name them all, but it's like it's so much. It's so many tapes that like it's so many songs that I was a true Gucci fan. Like I deep down inside, I was a So Icy boy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Icy Goon Squad. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? We was thugging. You feel me? So he was definitely a big inspiration to me. I feel like everybody I grew up with, like we all really fuck with Gucci Mane, like Flocka, like we all kind of grew up on that, like Wayne and shit. But Gucci, man, like he was talking that one shit that like a lot of motherfuckers wasn't talking. And like even when he was talking, I was actually seeing a lot of that shit in real life happening around me. So it was more relatable. You feel me? And that's where I kind of like really like grew like a certain type of love for it.
Have you had the chance to run into Gucci throughout your time in the industry? Because you are a guy that's been all over the place as far as the states goes. You have experience being all. Well, we're gonna get in that in a minute. But have you had the chance to meet Gucci?
Nah. I mean, I
No.
done seen him like on some
Okay.
like perform and like I done seen him like passing, but like nah, I ain't never like been in like a close vicinity with Gucci. Like nah, I ain't never met him.
Mhm. Coming out of Columbus, was it difficult for you to really get that outreach and embrace early on? Is that why you wanted to expand? Because I know you saw that there were some things going on. You know, most people from Columbus, they go to New York or Atlanta, but you thought that there was something there in LA. But is there a politics aspect behind Columbus or why it isn't easy for you guys to make it out? I mean, when you look at Cleveland, you got Bone Thugs and Harmony. What's the situation going on there in Columbus where you guys have to leave to go and make it?
Well, like I said before, like growing up, Columbus just didn't have a music scene at all.
Yeah.
Like it was to the point where it's like when I was in high school, I didn't even know where a recording studio was even located. Like if somebody was to be like, you know where the stew at? I'm like, no, some stew what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like doing music itself just wasn't a thing at all. Like now it is in the city. Like it's a bunch of artists from the city now, but like back then it was none. Like it literally wasn't a thing. So I feel like since it was never a thing and like nobody from the city actually made it, there was no culture for it. Like there was nobody there like anticipating anybody to really blow up off of it. So yeah, like even me, like I even said it myself. Like if somebody would tell me there was a rapper, I would have paid him no mind. You know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga would be like, yeah, I've been like, you dead ass, like for real, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just wasn't no culture for it. So I feel like you gotta move to places where it's like they already have like a built-in like culture and fan base, and like they already doing up and coming shows and shit like that, where you can actually like chase that dream realistically. You feel me?
Mhm. LA, you chose to go there because you thought that there was a little untapped potential there, that there was something hidden there, especially they had a major media market still do as far as the platforms given the artists down there as far as like interviews and media. But
Yeah,
what were some, because I know you met, I think it was Rawbone that you met down there at the mansion party. So what were some
yeah.
of the major things that you were able to take away from LA, not it being music dominant? Because when you go to LA, people think that's the movie scene. So what were you able to take away from the business side of things down in LA?
Well, me personally, when I had first moved out there, that's when like the SoundCloud era was really like booming, and like every every big SoundCloud artist, or every artist that had like one hit off SoundCloud, it's like they immediately went to LA. So in my brain, I was just like, shit, I'm from Ohio. Nobody really know about Ohio. If I stack my cheese up and get a crib out in LA, I'm gonna be around more up and coming artists that's like people take serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause people like that SoundCloud wave, like, there was a lot of motherfuckers that used to clown that shit, but like, them niggas was getting paid. Like, them boys was having motion. Like, they was doing shows, features, like, they was getting big looks and getting signed. So I'm like, shit, I'm a real nigga. So it's like, shit, if I go to LA, I tap in with some motherfuckers. I'm doing the rap shit. You feel me? Like, niggas gonna have to fuck with me, like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be out there really like connecting the dots. And that's how I looked at it. Like, I wanna go somewhere where there's a lot more motherfuckers in my lane, like kind of like up and coming on like the underground SoundCloud shit, and just try to get features and network and kind of get in where I fit in on that side. You feel me?
Mhm. With the whole thing that's been going on with TikTok recently, because that's what people are capitalizing off of now. You see that the states are trying to ban TikTok right now. I guess their whole issue with
Yeah.
China. Do you think that SoundCloud's going to get that buzz back if TikTok is taken down and banned?
Yeah, if TikTok get banned. I mean, even if TikTok get banned, there's so many different like platforms that's kind of already stepping in to that short. Like, you got Instagram that's doing the short videos, you got YouTube shorts, you got Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of like stepping in that. I feel like one of those will probably end up being like the forefront for if they get rid of TikTok. But SoundCloud, I feel like it never truly it'll go away. Like, I got songs out right now that do way better on SoundCloud than they do on like Apple Music and Spotify. So it's always, I feel like there's always gonna be a market for it. And plus it's like mainly like free streaming. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason I feel like it's always gonna be a market for it, because it's people that like that just can't afford Apple Music or can't afford Spotify. And, you know, motherfuckers be overseas and shit, being from like different like places. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like they ain't got paid to be. So I feel like SoundCloud always only gonna be a thing for real, for real. Like,
Yeah. No, it's interesting to hear that, especially how you're still. I'm not surprised that you're still doing numbers on there, but to see that people are actually still on there looking and listening on it. But like you said, people may not be able to afford Apple Music, so SoundCloud's always going to be there 100%. But
yeah.
from LA, what made you say next? Okay, I'm going to take this to the A to ATL.
I feel like I did everything that I wanted to do in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did everything I wanted to do besides be rich as hell or be famous as hell. Like, I feel like that was the only other thing that was missing. You feel me? But I feel like on the networking side and meeting up with people and just seeing like how everything worked out there, I laid down. You know what I'm saying? I did all that work on that side of things, and I feel like with me, I feel like Atlanta was a place where it's like I always deep down inside wanted to like move to Atlanta and like kind of like work it for real, for real. So I was just like, fuck it. I had the money to do it. I feel like I did everything I wanted to do in LA. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take my talents to Atlanta. And if I can do it again out here, then it's like, now I got LA, I got Atlanta, I got back home. I can just keep on, you know what I'm saying? Just keep building on that like core fan base for real. Cause that's what I'm really, really trying to do.
Mhm. And it's growing from there. I can tell just by the buzz is only hottest on the way. That's true. You can really, if you're
Yeah.
just listening to music, you already know. So tell me, how do you re-wrap right back to Phoenix? Because you're in LA, but then you spent some time out in Phoenix, and then we'll get to Toronto because you've been all
Yeah.
over the place. So how did you get
Yeah.
back to? How do you go to Phoenix from Atlanta?
So my sister, she ended up having a son some years back, and she was living in Ohio, and she just really wanted to get the fuck up out of Ohio for real, for real. And I was living out in LA, but they didn't want to live in Cali, so they kind of settled on the whole like, fuck it, like we found some shit out in Phoenix, we'll live out in Phoenix. So my sister live out there, and got a house out there, so I be out in Phoenix thugging for real. Like, I be connecting dots out there. They don't got a rap scene, but like it's still be some motion out there, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I definitely be fucking with Phoenix. I ain't gonna lie. So I was out there for a little while with her, you know what I'm saying, my nephew. And yeah, just doing the same shit, just connecting the dots. Cause, you know, this rap shit, I'm independent. It take a whole lot more than just, you know, rapping to make this shit happen. So
What sparked you to go to Toronto from there? As far as because when you look at, they have a huge music scene. When we look at Drake and then Tory,
yeah, so
The Weeknd.
Toronto, that was like another kind of like a little experiment type city, because before my sister moved to before she moved to Phoenix, she first was like, I just want to get out the country. I just want to live out the country. So And Toronto is actually really close to Ohio. It's like damn near like a 4-hour drive. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
close.
nah, it's super close. So we first kind of like experimented up in Toronto for a little while, maybe for like 8-9 months, something like that. They had a little spot out there in Vaughn, and it was smooth. I ended up meeting a lot of people for real. I met a couple DJs out there. I got cool with this little group out there called Come Down. They was real hospitable. You know what I'm saying? They def showed love. I did a bunch of shows out there and in Vancouver. So I fuck with Canada.
Yeah.
I actually fuck with Canada a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I actually want to do more shows out there for real.
Can you see the impact that Drake had right away as soon as going there? Did you see the impact? You could just see it in the music
Oh
scene
yeah,
being out there. Yeah.
and you can hear it in their music. Like even when you listen to like up and coming artists from like Toronto, you can really hear like the Drake and the Weeknd's influence. Like definitely by the way they just like make their songs. You feel me?
Mhm.
So nah, that's a huge influence. I mean, shit. Before Drake, they didn't have a rap scene.
No.
So it's like, but now they got a lot of artists. It's a lot of artists from out there, and they actually got some decent. Like they got some niggas
Yeah.
out there that's hard for real. I ain't gonna lie. Like they got some shit out there.
Yeah. No, no, they do. But I mean, as far as performances goes, the South by Southwest one back in the
Yeah.
day, how was that?
Shit. I used to love South by Southwest. You know, at one point, you feel me, the SoundCloud shit ran South by.
Yeah.
You feel me, like all the SoundCloud artists ran. That's when back when the labels ain't run South by, and like you really just had to be doing numbers, and like niggas just had to fuck with you and they'll book you and put you on hella shows. But now the labels run that shit. You feel me? But back then, that shit was just unmatched. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? You can't force a lot of them vibes, like running up and down 6th Street. You doing damn near 4-5 shows a day. Then you got your partner out there. He bringing you out on his set. Like, you just out there thugging. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, South by Southwest definitely, like, was a special moment in my career because I feel like that's when I actually felt like an actual artist.
Mm. And this was headlined, I was reading online, by Khalid.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, facts. I did a bunch of shows out there, a bunch of big ones too for South by. Yeah, so that's when I actually was like, yeah, man, like I'm actually here. And then like when you go to South by, you actually start to peep how many like other people in the industry listen to you or fuck with you that you didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many artists down there at once that like they'll tell you like, yeah, nah, I know who you is, bro. Like your shit hard. You feel me? So.
You
Nah,
mentioned
yeah.
South by Southwest right there. What has been some other times that you've noticed that, because it's so hard in the digital age, because you see the numbers, people are listening to you, but you can't physically see, and you really don't mentally think that you're as big as you are because you're behind a screen and you're just putting the music out there. But when did you realize yourself that, wow, people know who I am and I'm bigger than, because even though the numbers may not show it, your following is bigger than it is because not everyone clicks that follow button. Not everyone
Yeah.
subscribed. So when did you realize that, oh, this is bigger than what it looks like on the Instagram and social media tip?
Um, it's so many different moments. I feel like it's so many different moments. I remember one I remember I had got invited to this house party in LA and I didn't even know who house it was. And then when I got there, I realized it was Ray Sherman and them. It was like Ray Sherman's house. And they had like a studio inside their crib. And I remember just walking back into the studio and I'm just in there just chilling type shit. And I just remember Sway Lee like turned around to me and he was just like, "Oh shit, what's good with you, bro?" And I'm just like, "Oh, what's up? Like, what's good?" Like, I mean, I know who you is, of course, but like, he was just like, so and I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Oh, what's good, man, Rory?" He was like, "Nah, I know who you is." He was like, "Nah, your shit hard." And I feel like that was kind of one of those moments where it's like for real, like that's so random. You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of moments similar to that one, like with a lot of different artists, where they'll just be like, "Nah, I know who you is," type shit. And I feel like when it kind of got to that point, I was really like, okay, like I'm really here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely arrived because you know when you just see the numbers, you don't know
You don't
who
know
the
who's
view
looking
is.
at it.
Yeah, like, you don't know where that view is coming from, or that play, or that stream is coming from. So Shit, damn near like a month or two ago, Elliot Wilson randomly followed me on Instagram. And I'm just like, like, what is the like? I don't even know why he did that. Like, I mean, I do because I make music, but it's like I ain't never like had a conversation with him or had an interview, nothing with him. So it just kind of want it'd be a lot of shit like that where I just like you really never know who be paying attention.
Yeah, no, you never know, and you know people are just and it's kind of on a negative tip a little bit when you think about it because it's like, do I have to go viral for these people to reach out? I feel as though that people are always so
Yeah,
hungry to catch off the clout of something going viral. That's when they take advantage, and it's like, nah, I'm putting this. I got Hottest on the way out
yeah,
right now, but they want that viral moment to capitalize
yeah,
to actually like they'll follow you, but they'll actually connect with you when they feel
yeah.
you're getting that buzz.
Oh yeah, nah, facts. That and I feel like that's how a lot of motherfuckers that do know me or do fuck with me like in the industry are with me right now. Like I feel like they all waiting for me to catch that one hit or that one song or that one buzz, and then like they all just gonna come out the woodwork and just, oh yeah, man, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. You feel me? But that's how the industry go. That's how all industries go for real, from rapping to acting to sports. It's like once you catch your moment, everybody gonna want to fuck with you. So, I'm prepared for it, man.
Yeah.
Hottest on the way.
Exactly. Or you could be like the Knicks, go on a 9-game winning streak and still no one cares. They ignore you. That's also part of the industry as well.
Literally, literally can be out here crunching, like really punching for real, like doing wild numbers, and niggas and still just be like, okay, so are we?
Yeah.
So it's like it just all depends. Like you really don't know because there's people out here that's doing crazy numbers that's not like huge artists.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why I was like, shit, as long as I get me a nice core fan base, you know what I'm saying, that's constantly listening to everything that I drop, they can keep me on the road and keep me doing shows and just, you know what I'm saying, just keep what I got going. I'm cool. Like I'm content with that. Like, you feel me? Like I don't gotta be as big as Lil Baby and Lil Durk and all them. Like well, I just want to get my pay
Yeah. Oh
and
no.
be in. Yeah, like I just want to get my pay, make my moves, make shit happen, and then put my people in position.
Mhm. Yeah, and you've been doing that. And speaking of putting your people in position, I wanted to get into Insomniac Mob and getting into all this because this was a collective of you guys out there, as far as designers, models, artists,
Yeah.
just everything, just as a collective. And I see you got your own sweatshirt there on your own hoodie there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the Insomniac Soldier hoodies. This actually, I damn near forgot I even had this on, but yeah, this is like almost vintage at this point. Like I had this shit for years.
Yeah, so how's the collective running? Because I was doing my research. Unfortunately, you lost one of your close friends a little while ago, a videographer. Rest in peace. And
Yeah.
how's the collective running? Because you guys been going strong for a while.
Um.
It goes back a long time.
Yeah. Nah. Facts. Yeah. When we lost so visuals, I feel like that really was kind of like the death of the collective almost. Like he was really what kept it firmly together because how creative he was and the way that he worked. Like he went and shot the videos, he did the cover arts, he designed the merch. You know what I'm saying? Like anything creative. He took the photos. He was like, and he was just our friend. Like he was our best friend. Like this wasn't just like he was just some like he just worked. You feel me? Like this is really our dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I only knew him before he passed, maybe for like 5, 6 years. But like everybody else, they've been knowing him since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that really, really fucked up a lot of shit because once he passed, then everybody kind of had to like work with other videographers and photographers and graphic artists. And once you take away, I feel like the way our shit looked. So I feel like our shit, it all looked the way it looked because we had one person doing that. Like,
The chemistry matched.
yeah, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
it was in
saying?
sync.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was super in sync. So, I mean, Millie, he's still going strong. You feel me? Millie's still doing a lot of music. I mean, and I'm still going strong. I don't really pump like the Insomniac shit as much as I did because I got my own label and I be kind of pushing my own brand, Southside Worldwide. But I'm still in some like them still my brothers. Like I talk to Millie, I talk to Lambs, I talk to all them like all the time, like literally all the time. I'm still my brothers, like for real, for real. So, but now I still be pushing my own label and my own brand. You feel me?
Outside
Because
worldwide.
yeah, Southside Worldwide. Because I know it's so much that I can do for not only like for my peoples, but like my peoples back home. Like, you feel me? Like I want to be like that person that can like sign artists from Columbus and bring more light to the city. So I definitely want to get in that position for real, for real.
Now, when you go back to Columbus, what is it that you bring as far as the resources go? Or do you tell them to relocate, come to ATL? What are some of the major tips that you do give the artists there that you see potential in?
Um, I tell niggas that shit. I be telling niggas like, man, you gotta move around. Like, you gotta see more to be more. But like, niggas don't listen. And then the ones that do be trying to move around and shit, like they don't be out here like on no rap shit. Cause like I don't know if they think they like too good for it or they just not confident enough. I don't know what it is, like, but niggas from the city, they don't really like be outside moving around for real, for real. It's like it's one artist out there, this nigga named Vano. He one of the few niggas from the city that like really be moving around and making shit happen. But like most artists, I mean, and Doobie, like, but outside of like Doobie, Vano, that's really all that I know of that actually be like moving around and trying to work with other artists. But they don't be listening. They don't really care. They just want to be the hottest niggas in the city. You know what I'm saying? They just want to make the top 50 list of Ohio. And I just be feeling like they just be forgetting this. It's a whole world outside of
It's bigger
Ohio.
than that.
Yeah, like you need to really be tapping in with the world. It's like they just be too busy trying to get motherfuckers that's around them to fuck with them. And it's like, those not gonna be the ones that's gonna buy your merch. They're not gonna be the ones that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, pay the bills. It's these motherfuckers, you gotta touch these other cities and tap in with these other motherfuckers. Like, them the niggas that can get you a deal. Them the ones that can make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? That can really put you in the game, like really put you in the industry, but they want to do it their way. So if they want to do it their way, that's cool. But I feel like once I finally bust down them doors and make them connections and I got the type rank that I'm really working towards getting, then we can maybe we can do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
Tell me about forming your own label here with Southside Worldwide and being your own CEO and getting this label together. When was the decision that, man, I'm going to put up my own label? Because there's a distribution factor to this as well. Because when you look under
Yeah.
the release material, Hitmaker distribution.
Yeah. So Hitmaker, I had collab with them for Hottest on the Way.
Hottest on the
I,
way.
yeah. I basically we did a licensing. So I had that licensing deal with them. But it's still everything, the whole project is still under Southside
Right.
Worldwide. But you said what made me want to put it together?
What was it that sparked you to say, I'm gonna create my own label here. I'm gonna be my own boss, and just what's taking you to keeping it running and being able to take it and
Yeah.
creating such a buzz for yourself as independent.
Me personally, I feel like just the way I was moving, like even when I just got up and moved to LA all by myself, I feel like those was to me my own personal boss moves. Like I always kind of told people, like I am my own manager, I am my own CEO. Like people are like, oh, who's your team? Who's your team? Like I see your videos, I see this, I see that. Like who's your team? And I'm like, you looking at them. Like I'm my team. I'm the one that reach out to the producers. I'm the one that reach out to the graphic designers, the videographers. I'm the one that pay them. It come out of my pocket. Like everything you see is all on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like since I was doing that for so long, it was like I need to make sure I'm doing this underneath like I need to be doing this the right way, basically.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I came with the whole Southside Worldwide because that was the goal from the beginning was to put my hood on and tell my story and then make the Southside shit worldwide and let niggas know like this shit is bigger than Columbus, this is bigger than Ohio. This shit that we got in our culture and the shit that we talk about, the shit that we do. This is worldwide shit. So it's like that's why I pump that shit and I push that shit so much.
What would it take to you think, would you ever consider, because I mean, you've done everything this far, so it's like, why would you consider signing to a major? But would there be anything that would tempt you to be like, okay, yeah, maybe I should get a distribution deal here with a major and partner up?
Yeah, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman. You feel me? Like, I've been doing this music shit for a while. And it's like, it just literally just has to make sense. You feel me? Like, even with the licensing deal that I did, like, that made sense. I'd rather do that than sign away my masters.
You're publishing, yeah,
You
you
know,
don't want, that's a nightmare.
yeah, like, you feel me? Like, if it makes sense, then yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a businessman. We can, as long as the outcome is literally income, we can put it together. And definitely, if you can put me in a position where I can even like partner my label up and with a major, and then I have a budget to sign artists. You feel me? Like that's have A&Rs and you know what I'm saying, a marketing team and shit like that. Like so, yeah, if it makes sense, for sure.
Yeah, I could definitely see that you're on that Master P type of time because he's done everything from top to bottom himself. I mean, with Priority, just the things he's achieved in the industry. But you've even over accomplished, especially coming across these scammers. Because I heard that there's a manager back in the day who lied and said that he was managing 2 Chainz and all these artists and tried to get
Oh
you
yeah,
a bad management deal.
yeah. When I first got to the A, dude had reached out to me, and basically I guess he thought I was a dummy. I guess he thought I was just one of these type dudes, and he was saying that he was managing 2 Chainz and whatnot, and he was trying to hurry up and make me sign a management deal for 25%. I'm just like, no, like why the fuck would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why would I give you 25% of what I got going when I'm the one that got this shit going by myself? Like, if I'm gonna give a manager any type of percentage, he better be somebody that I know for a fact can make shit shake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really open up the doors and put me around motherfuckers. Like, but it don't be nobody like that that's coming around that's talking that talk. So it's like,
No.
till then, I'm cool. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I could definitely, and it's crazy just everything that goes on in the industry. And we talked about selling all your rights and your publishing. Isn't it crazy when you look at an artist like Future who sells his entire catalog? That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too much money in this shit. Like it's too much. Like it's too much shit. Like it's too many ways to get paid with this shit for me to be playing around with any old local jokester. You feel me? Thinking they about to get over on me. Like I've been doing this shit for way too long. Like gotta make it make sense. And
Crazy.
everybody want to talk about this and that and the third. Like no, I know what's going on with me. Like gotta make sense.
It's gotta. I wanted to tap into this because this is a sports show and Ja Morant is a song on the
Yeah.
project. So, what are your thoughts on this whole Ja Morant thing? And you know, how close is this when you're looking at it? How the league treated AI back in the day?
Uh, honestly, the way I feel about the John, I mean, honestly, me personally, he should he shouldn't be doing half the shit he doing. And if you gonna do that and be on that on yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, be more private about it, cause he ain't the only athlete that be toting. He ain't the only athlete that be turned up. Him and his niggas is from the streets. Like, he ain't the only athlete. I think the only thing about him is that like he's a young generation superstar, and you know just with the young generation period, even if you take away the superstar aspect, they on the internet, like they put everything on the net, like they put their whole lives on the net. You feel me? And that's the difference between him and AI. You feel me? Like it's really hard to compare somebody like him to AI when you know what I'm saying. AI wasn't putting all his
Putting
shit
all
on
that
net,
stuff out there on social media.
but
Yeah,
it's like there was no social media. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it's like now that there is a social media, it's like, oh, he blowing the bag, he doing this, he fucking up, he want to be from the hood so bad, but it's like, what if he really is from the hood?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only part I don't really like when motherfuckers be like, he's a fake thug and yada yada yada. It's like y'all don't know this man. Like just because somebody good at basketball don't mean he ain't from nothing or he ain't from the hood or he ain't had no struggles. Like that could really be who he really is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like one thing I learned about moving around to these different cities, you gotta fake respect certain niggas gangster. Like just because you think a nigga corny don't mean he corny because half the time the niggas is calling nigga corny are real life cornballs. Like it really be a cornball nigga trying to call another nigga corny. So it's like, but I feel like it's easier ways to get his approach across. Like you can listen to NBA YoungBoy and post a video with $500,000. Cause me, that's gangster.
Yeah.
Like if you want to show niggas you gangster shit, up your chain, nigga. Fucking post 500 racks, nigga, and let them talk about that. Like, yeah, nigga, like y'all think I want to be from the hood, nigga. Rich is gangster, nigga. I'm richer than all you niggas making all them jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still dunk on the motherfucking end, fuck y'all's hoe. You feel me? Like, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I feel honestly, you gotta chill out. You feel me? Like, if he was one of my young niggas, I'd be like, hey, bro, don't put that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't
you're
not put
telling on
that.
yourself. Social media is getting so many people in
Yeah,
trouble. It's like, why are you? It's crazy.
not put that shit on the ground. Like, you feel me? Like, don't fuck the bag up because you really got the bag.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't fumble the bag. But other than that, it's like, but still do you though. Like, if you
Yeah.
want to be on your thug shit, if you don't want to be on that, do that. Just keep it off the net.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I just keep that shit off the net, man. Cause I fuck with John Morant. Like I
Yeah.
fuck with John.
He's crazy. He took over. I mean, the Grizzlies, they drafted just him and he changed the whole team. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Ja.
Yeah.
Like his playing style. Like I feel
He's
like
nasty.
Ja's the way you imagine yourself playing in your dreams.
Yeah.
Like like when you go to sleep and you be out there balling, like the type shit you be doing in your daydreams is what Ja actually do in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I fuck with Ja. Like that nigga really be going crazy, like the craziest. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, man, he just gotta chill out, man.
Yeah, I hope he gets back out in the court soon because apparently there's people looking into him. He's getting investigated, and you saw
Yeah, I seen
Ja
that.
Warrant trending on the Twitter today. So people are gonna
Yeah,
keep playing with him. But when he gets back, I guarantee you, because the Grizzlies, what are they, first or second still in the West? I mean,
yep.
that's how much of a generational talent he is. Is that
Yeah, nah, he's amazing.
yeah, he's insane. I'm looking forward to seeing him get back on the court and go at it and prove all the haters wrong. But I want to take it back to
Facts.
2018 with you reading online, you getting a picture with Kanye West, and he's
Yeah.
an idol of yours because you mentioned Gucci and Kanye. So how was it to meet one of your idols and get a picture with him?
Um, actually, it almost felt unreal. Like even when that moment was happening, like the whole time it was happening, like it literally felt like it was unreal. Like every single moment, you know what I'm saying? It was quick. Like I wasn't around him for too long, but like for the amount of time that I was around him, it was just like wow, like this is really Kanye West. And it was like around the time where like Kanye West was kind of like in high end, and then he like the only time you would catch him is if like in these weird behind the scene type shits. And I was I know Kid Cudi manager. You feel
Okay.
me? Yeah, yeah. So I was tied in with Kid Cudi manager. So you know what I'm saying? I was fucking with them and Kid Cudi had this big show out in LA. So I was just already with them. But Kanye kind of like surprised Kid Cudi and just pulled up on some like surprise, like I'm about to come out and perform with you, because like that was like around that weird time people thought they was beefing and shit like that. So he literally just came out of nowhere, and it was just like, damn, I'm right here, I'm already with Cudi. Then Kanye come, it was just like, damn, like you know what I'm saying. And then plus one of his managers, I already knew one of his managers too, because one of my old managers, he used to like kind of work with him and shit and like do little business deals with him on some Midwest shit. So yeah, man, that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. That shit was insane. That shit was insane, man. I wish I could meet him again for real.
Yeah, I know it's crazy because everything that happened. Do you think that Kanye can make a comeback? Do you think because I feel as though now it's just like with what he
Yeah,
said, it's so tarnished because ever since that happened, the only thing I'm hearing about is I think he took someone's phone out of a car and threw it. He's on the DL now. So do you feel as though
yeah.
that Kanye could revamp his image and come back here because everything fell through with Adidas? Do you feel as though?
It's Kanye. Like it's Kanye. He can make a comeback at any time, any moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's if you want to.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got that type of impact where it's like if he can dive back into the music, dive back into the producing, and he can make a quality project. So it's like he can make a comeback at any moment. I think he know that. I think just personally, his actual personal life is just all over the place. So I feel like music ain't really the forefront at this current moment. You feel me? So will he make a comeback? I have no idea. But can he make a comeback? Absolutely. He's Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
And I was actually having a conversation the other day about Kanye because everyone was like, "Oh, he got hurt from the Adidas deal," but Adidas is hurting too. So
Yeah, they lost a Billy.
yeah,
Like,
they lost a lot off of him. So
yeah, they lost a whole Billy playing around with him. Like, yeah, I
yeah,
put some respect on Kanye. Like, I know a lot of y'all think he a coon and all that type shit, but it's like y'all gotta put respect on Kanye name. Like, y'all know that boy. He like that for real, for real.
yeah,
Like, he like that for real, for real. Like, you thought we was gonna keep fucking with Adidas? But nobody wearing no goddamn Adidas's. You know what I'm saying? Before Yeezy went over there and started playing around with y'all niggas, like. Nobody rocking those. The only thing maybe I had the little Adidas little jumpsuit with the sweats.
yeah.
Well, nobody wearing no goddamn Adidas shoes. Like man, cut it out, man. We ain't no Run DMC. Like
Uh,
so, yeah, you gotta put respect on my boy name, man. They gotta run that nigga another Billy. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe niggas might buy the shoes again, man. But until then, I gotta make shit right with my boy. Yay.
yeah, yeah. It is what it is. I agree. And Sada Baby, talk about him introducing you in the studio because I've seen that video. Just to have
Yeah,
him being like the focal point of Detroit right now, pretty much of the newer generation.
yeah. Honestly, that this another unexpected. I didn't even know you knew who I was kind of moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he literally DM'd me on some probably like damn near 3, 4 in the morning. And was just like, hey man, RGB and Peachtree, that shit hard. Like they're my 2 favorite songs. And I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he lost his original IG. So like the IG, it was like underscore dot Sada. I thought it was a Fugazi Sada Baby page. I ain't gonna lie. And then I really looked at it and I went to the actual page. I'm like, damn, this is really him. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, like for real. So he basically ended up letting me know that he was gonna be in Atlanta, just recording and shit, working, and told me to pull up. So when he came out here, he really is who he say he is. Like, I ain't gonna lie, one thing I can say, I know some people might feel they kind of way about Sada Baby, but I feel like my interaction with him was extremely genuine.
Hmm.
And it was probably one of the most genuine experiences that I had with any artist in the industry to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like from the very second he hit me up in the DM, he didn't have to hit me up. You know what I'm saying? He was genuine about it. And then when he said he wanted to link up in the studio, which so many artists say all the fucking time, he actually
Linked up.
linked linked up in the studio when he got out here. So he was just a real nigga about that through and through. And then when I got there, even still, I walked in, it was niggas in the room that didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of niggas in the room. He didn't make me feel like a stranger. Immediately, he made me feel like I belong. You know what I'm saying? Like immediately introduced me to everybody. And then he kind of just like gave me my praise. Like he was just kind of like, hey man, like y'all niggas don't know who Crash RARRI is, but this nigga hard as fuck. Like that RGB shit I be listening to, that Peachtree shit I be listening to, man. They was like, oh yeah, like nah, this him. Like this he one of the ones, and
Yeah.
he from Ohio. So it's kind of one of them experiences where I was like, damn, like I was kind of shocked because I'm like, this right here has never happened. Like I didn't been in the yo with so many different artists, and that has never happened. Like never. At least not no introduce me to everybody and tell everybody, then start playing my music for everybody. Like that was one of the realest shits I ever seen a nigga do. So did that, then right away we probably knocked out probably like 3, 4 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was real. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was real, man. Much love to Sada Baby, man. For real, that was some real nigga shit.
That's
Put me on
real.
his song, on his single.
Yeah.
And he put me on a song with Skilla Baby. And Skilla Baby, one of the hottest niggas, young niggas from Detroit. So even the fact that I even on a song with him and then even with Skilla, shit was a blessing for real, man. I appreciate that, man. But I feel like when you stay down, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You stay down, shit happen. You feel me? Like, I always tell myself that, like, you a real nigga, man. Like, doors gonna open, niggas gonna notice that.
Yeah.
It may not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next year, but like at some point, real niggas gonna notice that and they gonna fuck with you. So I just kind of stay in my lane and kind of just stick to that for real, for real.
Stay true to yourself and RGB, because you had the hats, you were representing off of the single
Yeah,
RGB. That you still pushing the clothing line? Because I remember hearing about you having your own clothing line as well.
yeah. So well, RGB was actually so it's
RGB
my
Freight.
yeah, it's my boy Shooter, and my it's another dude named Twan that make the hats. So I was tied in with Shooter. Shooter actually Futures. He's one of his managers.
Okay.
Yeah, so when living in the A, I got tapped in with Futures manager and just, you know what I'm saying, fucking around with him, trying to put shit together with him, you feel me, just trying, you feel me, on my Atlanta shit. He the one that put me on to the RGB shit. And I just genuinely just fuck with the brand. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I just fuck with the brand, you feel me? Like it was some popping shit in the A. And I just anywhere I'm at, I just like the, you know what I'm saying, fuck with whatever the, you know what I'm saying, the culture. You feel me? So I just like fuck it. I grabbed a bunch of them. But I made the song in LA, which is funny. I just literally had the hat on and I was in LA and it just kind of all just came about. But nah, yeah, I just generally fuck with the brand for real, for real. But yeah, I'm about to start my own clothing line. I already been working on like mock-ups and shit like that. It's gonna be called POS, piece of
Okay.
shit. Yeah, so it's gonna be called POS, aka piece of shit. And yeah, man. Hopefully I can get that out sooner than later. You feel me?
Mhm.
But I want to make sure it rolls out the right way because I don't want it to just be like any old clothing. Like it ain't gonna just be a shirt with the words on it. Like my shit really gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like
Legit.
some shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely on the way.
Hottest on the way, available on all platforms right now. Crash Roy, what else do you have on the way this year? What are you looking as far as the rollout here? You know, I think we're going through some Rolling Louds upcoming. What are some other things that you're looking to accomplish this year? Because we're only in the first quarter. March just
Yeah.
started. So what are you looking to accomplish this year?
Well, shit, I got another tape that's about to come out. Right after Hottest on the Way. That's
Wow.
literally done. It's gonna be called Test Drive.
Test drive.
Yeah. So, and basically, with that tape, it's gonna be is a lot of the songs on the tape is already out, but I want to put all those songs that's out on one central tape instead of like these a bunch of random singles. I want to put it on one project, so it make it easier when people find me. They can just find like that. So it's gonna be songs like RGB and Peachtree. That's gonna be on that tape, and it's gonna be basically executively produced by Rawbone
Okay,
and
yeah.
First World Problems. So yeah, so that tape is coming out the hottest on the way. It's called Test Drive. Definitely be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I got some videos that I'm about to drop for the hottest on the way project. I'm gonna have some videos dropping for the Test Drive project. And I really just want to just keep on just working. Just keep working until this shit just turn into to way more. You feel me? But it ain't gonna happen unless the fans make it happen. So that's how I'm working. I'm just gonna put the work out, and then it's up to y'all to make it do what it's supposed to do. So
Exactly. What's the fan favorite right now off of Hottest on the Way? Because it just dropped. So what's the one that you noticed that your
um,
fans are going crazy over?
I feel like it's kind of all over the place for real, for real. But me personally, I'll probably say Melanin is doing
Yeah, I
really
like
well.
Melanin.
Yeah, Melanin is doing really well. Only Finsta. A lot of people been hitting me up about Only Finsta. Only Finsta been doing well off the wrist. A lot of people tell me they fuck with off the wrist. Uh, and Yeah, I probably say Melanin, Off the Wrist, Only Finster might be like the real deal fan favorites right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
As
you know,
far as traveling this year, I'm curious because you've been all over the place. You did mention you want to go back to Toronto. Is there a new place that you're looking to try out this year to get known in?
uh, to get known in,
Yeah, to just
I
spread
mean,
out, do some performances, visit
uh, if anything, overseas.
overseas.
Yeah, if anything, overseas. Like I ain't never did no show in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as America go, I mean, it don't really matter anywhere in America, for
Anywhere.
real, like anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pull up on you. We gonna turn it up. But me, actually, I do want to get. Actually, I'm wrong. I do want to actually spread my wings a little bit more in Texas. I
Okay.
actually got a really solid fan base. Like when I be checking my numbers, Houston is like one of my biggest cities when it comes to my numbers. So want some random shit. So I actually do want to do more shit in Texas, Houston, Dallas, uh, yeah, Houston, Dallas for sure, for sure. So yeah, Texas. I definitely want to do some more shows. Definitely out in Texas.
Hottest on the way for sure, man. I believe it. You're one of the hardest working. You've been
Way,
out here for years. The hard work's got to pay off. You know, it is because you're getting your flowers from guys like Sada Baby. We've seen it. So
yeah,
you're seeing the fruits of your labor. It's just you're one step. You know what I mean? You always got to look at it when you're talented, whatever you do in your life,
yeah,
you're one step away.
literally, literally. I'm right there at that door. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta turn that knob. You feel me?
Yeah.
Literally, right there at that door. So,
Yeah.
hey, man, like I
Yeah.
said, man, hottest on the way, man. Like, if y'all don't see it, y'all finna see it, man.
You already know. Crash Rari, I
So,
want to thank you for coming on the show, man. I had a great convo with you. I appreciate your story and everything that you revealed here on the show tonight, and just
nah,
all
for
the
sure.
work you've been putting in, man. You're always welcome on anytime. I got Hottest in the Way in my rotation, and Melanin and Finished are my favorites. You already know. I stamped those two right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate that. Nah, for real.
Of course, man. And they can follow you on Instagram at Crash Rari. Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah. Crash underscore Rari.
Crash underscore Rari. Okay, there you go. So there you have it, man.
Yeah.
Any other platforms, YouTube that you want to plug in, the TikToks, you can plug those in as well.
Uh, oh yeah, YouTube, shit, Crash Rari, you know what I'm saying? And then TikTok, same, Crash Rari. Tap in with me everywhere, you feel me? TikTok, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere, man. If you're walking with a real nigga, I want to hear some real music that's actually good. Like, I'm just not one of them niggas where it's just like I rap and I'm trying to force my terrible ass music on everybody. It's like if you really want to find a new artist that's actually hard for real, tap in with me, man. You always welcome in the Rari gang. You know what I'm saying? You always welcome in the Rari gang. So you already know, man.
You already know, man. Crash Rari, take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe out there, man. I look forward to everything you got coming and you achieving in the near future.
Appreciate that, man. For
You
sure.
already know, man. Salute.
Uh,
Peace out, man.
for sure.